Hey guys, so in today's video, I wanted to take you through 5 ways to get commercial cleaning clients. So before we jump into the 5 channels that we use in my business, I wanted to take a couple of minutes just to run through the differences between how you would find a house cleaning client, as I talked about in a previous video, and how you'd go about finding commercial cleaning clients. So both are very, very different. But in terms of acquiring these new clients, the most important thing to be aware of is that the sales cycle is a lot longer when trying to find these commercial cleaning clients. So when I talk about the sales cycle, I'm thinking about it in terms of, the time period from when you first initiate a conversation or first contact a new potential client to them actually signing on the dotted line, becoming a client, and actually paying you money. So the big difference with commercial is that many of the commercial premises around you, offices, car dealerships, restaurants, bars, all these commercial properties will likely already have a cleaning company in place, and that cleaning company will likely be engaged in a certain contract. It may be a year, maybe a rolling annual contract, it may be a rolling 2 or 3 year annual contract. So because that contract is in place, basically the potential client's hands are tied, even if they really, really like you. If the contract, at the moment we're in January, if the contract runs out at the end of June, they are not able to get you to clean for them until June at the very, very latest. So the way that has an important bearing on how we get in front of these clients, how we market these clients, how we try to acquire new commercial clients. And this is very, very different to residential. So in commercial, the way to think about it is trying to build a network of potential clients, trying to build your brand in front of those clients, so that when they get to a stage where a contract with their existing cleaning company is coming up, they will think, okay, we need to get this person's company to quote for us next time. So we want to be front of mind when those contracts are coming up for renewal. And the ways that we go about that is, very, very different to residential cleaning. So that influences the main marketing channels that we use to get these new commercial clients in the first place. So first of all is cold email. Cold email can be incredibly effective. It's we all get emails from people selling their services, and what we want to be doing is really looking at them, really trying to figure out why certain emails are bad, and while certain other emails are good. And generally, what we want to be thinking of is not blasting out a huge volume of generic emails, long emails selling your services that aren't tailored to your potential prospect. So when you are cold emailing, it's really important that you include some personalization in that initial message to show that person that you have done a bit of homework on that company. You've maybe done a bit of homework on them if you're looking at their LinkedIn profile, for example. So that person who is receiving your email needs to be aware that you have actually spent a bit of time, and that they're not just one in a number of hundreds of same copy paste emails that you're sending out. So cold emailing can work really well. There's a few things that we need to be aware of. So first of all, as I said, we need to include some personalization, and that can often work well if you are congratulating them for something. Maybe you've gone onto the website and you've seen that they've been awarded a certain cleaning company in the year in their location, for example, or maybe they've had an interview published in the local newspaper, for example. So any of those things where you are congratulating the company for some way can work really well. And then the other thing to do is to try to keep your email very short. The aim is not to sell your service completely day one, so that you want to get that person to sign on the dotted line as soon as they've read your email. The aim is really to try and get these people on a call, where you can talk more about what you do, you can answer their questions, you can understand why they've even taken the call in the first place. Maybe they are unhappy with their existing cleaning company, or maybe there's certain things that they want with the new company that they're going to engage with. And then that call, if it goes well, and if they are looking to get potentially get a new cleaning company in place at some point in the future, you would try to migrate that from a call to an actual a meeting on site, where you actually do a walkthrough, walk through the offices, meet the office manager, and then put a proposal together. So the aim of the cold email is not to sell everything on day one. It is to sell the phone call. The phone call is where you can find out more information about that person and understand if you could be a fit or not. So in the email, you obviously need to say what you do, using an example of other companies that you work with in the area. We clean for 15 other office companies in the Boston area. Would this be something of interest for you? You can keep it as short and sweet as that. We all know, if you get an unsolicited email and there's a huge chunk of text, 9 times out of 10 we're deleting it. So we want to keep it short and succinct. And really what we want to try to do is get that person to reply and try and get that person to book a phone call. So cold emailing can work really well. I've done a separate video in the channel about some of the strategies we use, some of the things we need to have in place before we even send out these cold emails. But the key and the way that you succeed with cold email is a bit of personalization, keeping the message short but sweet, trying to get that person onto a phone call. And at the end of the day, it's all about consistency. We need to be sending X number of cold emails every day, whether that's 10 emails, whether that's 20, whether it's 50 emails, whatever that number is. We need to get consistency, because it is a volume game at the end of the day. And we're certainly not going to get results if we send 10 cold emails and expect to get a client from that. So consistency is really important as well. So point 2 is LinkedIn. Again, LinkedIn is something I've talked about separately on this channel and in a bit more in depth, but LinkedIn, as the majority of you will know, is a social network aimed at business professionals. It is really an untapped resource for commercial cleaning companies, in my view. So there are commercial cleaning companies starting to use LinkedIn, to prospect for new clients, but it's still relatively underused. And really the power of LinkedIn is there's a few really powerful angles in LinkedIn that we can leverage to get new commercial clients. So the first thing is that it has a very, very effective search tool where you can search for companies in your area. You can search for people working at those companies. You can search for specific people with a specific job title within those companies. So the reason why this is powerful is, let's say you have an office cleaning company in Boston. You could go into LinkedIn, you could go into the search tool, and you could define the location within the Boston area, and you could say, okay, I want to search for everyone in the Boston area who has a job title office manager. And you may find that it is, depending on the size of those companies, it's often the office manager that is getting cleaning companies involved, getting them to quote rather than the owner of the business. But you may also go for the owner of specific businesses. So you can go after the job title. You can also specify the industry. So you may be going after car dealerships, or you may be going after restaurants or bars, or maybe you're going after law practices, or wealth managers. Whatever that is, you can search by the industry type. And once you click search, you have got a list of all these people who work at these, let's say, car dealerships, who are managing those car dealerships. You've got the name, you've got the ability to connect with them, and if they connect with you, you can then bring that person into your network. And I'll talk about in the next couple of minutes about the stage 2. But in exactly the same way as cold email, we want to be identifying new potential clients every day. We want to be sending them connection requests. So, you can send a connection request where you would say, hi Angela. I notice you manage this car dealership in the Boston area. We run a cleaning business. We'd love to to connect and see if we can do business at some stage in the future. So, we can use different messages, send connection requests to these people. The vast majority will not respond, will not accept your requests. But if you are, connecting with, say, 20% of the people you send requests to every day, then those are people that are putting their hand and saying, yes, I potentially have some more interest in what you have to offer. In exactly the same way as cold email, if someone replies and says, can I have some more information, they are putting their hand up to say, I'm interested in finding out some more information. And you can use the same approach. If someone accepts your request, you can, send them DMs, direct messages, and, you can maybe even get that person on the phone to find out a bit more about what they're looking for. But the second stage is, as I said, most commercial clients will already have a cleaning company in place. So how do you go from making that initial connection to actually getting to a point where the contract with their incumbent cleaning company is coming up for renewal, and you want to be invited to to put a proposal for that contract? And this is where the social networking element of LinkedIn is super powerful. So in exactly the same way in Facebook that you can post, you can do text posts, you can do image posts, you can do video posts, you can do exactly the same thing in LinkedIn. So I, with the coaching clients I work with, I always tell them that they want to try to publish a weekly video. A video can be great because it is putting a face to the company. And if, for example, you have a new connection and they are seeing your video pop up once a week, it will feel like they're getting to know you. You may not have even spoken to that person before, and it will keep your company front of mind, so that when the contract does come up for renewal, then they'll remember that your videos is you post regularly, you run a cleaning company. Let's get this company to quote for us as well. So LinkedIn can be super efficient. Again, it's consistency. We need to be sending X number of connection requests every day. A percentage of those requests will be accepted. Once those people have been accepted, they are within your network. Then you use a weekly post strategy to keep your business front of mind. And ideally, you want to warm up those cold people. You can also send them direct messages, and ideally, you want to try to get those new new connections onto a phone call and try to build up that network. So the aim for LinkedIn, again, is not to sell straight away. You're trying to build your network of new potential clients. You're trying to take those cold contacts and to warm them up, either via phone call, either via your posting as well. So if you're consistently doing that, you will start to see people get in touch with you, start ask you to put proposals forward, and then you will start to get clients in there. So as I said, I've done a separate video or videos on LinkedIn in my channel, so have a search through. If you can't find it, just drop me a comment and I can send over those links for you. So item 3 is Google Ads. As many of you know, Google Ads is a big favorite for me. It was one of the most important ways that we got cleaning clients as we grew our business. So when you are running a Google Ads campaign for commercial cleaning, many of you will know the way that Google Ads works is that you can upload a list of keywords that you want to go after, and you can specify where you want those searches to happen. So if you're in Boston, you can say, okay, I only want my advert to show up when someone who is physically in Boston searching for office cleaning companies pops up. And if that happens, I want my advert to pop up. So at a very, very basic level, that is the way it works. You get charged each time your advert is clicked. And obviously you need to go from getting that advert clicked to your website, try to convert that that click to someone who wants to pick up the phone and give you a call, or send an online inquiry. So Google Ads can be really, really effective if you know what you're doing and if you're set up correctly. The difference when running a residential cleaning campaign where you're looking for house cleaning clients versus commercial cleaning is that really there's a couple of things. So the volume of people looking for office cleaning is obviously going to be a lot lower than residential cleaning. So it can be a case where you are running a commercial campaign that you're trying to find these pockets of traffic. We're not getting such a huge volume that we can just cherry pick everything. The skill of running a Google Ads campaign to find commercial clients is really trying to figure out where can I find, this smaller group of traffic. The other thing that is really important to note, and this is something that I come across very, very often, is that when someone is searching, for example, cleaning companies in Boston or cleaning services in Boston, the vast majority of people who are searching in that way are probably looking for a house cleaning company. They're not looking for commercial cleaning. So we want to be very, very specific, very, very targeted around commercial cleaning keywords, around office cleaning keywords. And that means that we are truly getting in front of those people who are genuinely in the market for an office cleaning company. So what you will find is that the cost per clicks for these searches are a lot higher. You can be paying $20, more than $20, $30 per click, which seems a huge amount. But if you think that if you manage to get a commercial cleaning client from that who is paying you $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month, and they're staying with you for 1 or 2 or 3 years, that is where the ROI can really, really make sense. Even though the cost per click seems high, the revenue that you get if you convert that click to a client is very, very high. So it makes the ROI really make sense. So the difference with Google Ads versus cold email and LinkedIn is that the people who are searching today are often in a position to move much more quickly. Maybe their contract with their existing cleaning company has come to an end, or maybe they are a new office that has relocated into the area and they don't have a cleaning company in place. They want to get someone in straight away. So the benefit of running a Google Ads campaign is that you're getting in front of the same types of people as cold email and LinkedIn potentially, but those people are in a position to move today. So this can be a really, really effective way to get commercial clients in very quickly, and much more quickly than you would expect from a cold email campaign or a LinkedIn campaign. So point 4 is SEO, search engine optimization. So SEO is super important. In my business, SEO brings probably around about 50% of the traffic. So it is super important. The downside of SEO, along the lines with cold email and LinkedIn, is that it can take a while to get clients from it. It can take a while before, the fruits of your labor come. So it can be 6 months, 9 months of work up front before your website gets ranked. It gets ranked high up in the Google page 1, which is where you want to be. The way that SEO works today is that you have the Google My Business profile, which is your maps listing. You want to have a separate strategy for Google My Business versus your organic rankings, which are the list of the list of results that are underneath the Google My Business section in the middle of the page. So in SEO, content strategy is important. Publishing regular content. Google likes websites where there's fresh content. If that content has many of your keywords littered in there, that can help get ranked for those keywords. Google likes Google reviews, so you want to be making sure that your clients are reviewing you and putting Google reviews in there, because that can help with your rankings, particularly on the Google My Business side. Backlinks are another very, very important part of getting ranked for SEO and getting ranked on page 1. So if you are, for example, if you are interviewed by your local newspaper, and they wanted to interview a cleaning company about, how COVID has impacted the cleaning industry, and you get a link from that publisher back to your website, that is a vote to Google to say, this cleaning company is legitimate. We've got a link from this newspaper in our area pointing back to the company. We're going to therefore rank that company higher. So Google likes the quality as well. So backlinks are another very important area. So SEO is super important. I think, it's something that is definitely want to be on your radar sooner rather than later, even when you're starting up your business. But, SEO, managing an SEO campaign, if you're going to get a third party to do this for you, can be expensive. So I often say that, you can learn some of the basics yourself, but then, when you're getting to say, $20,000 a month in revenue, you really want to think about getting an agency on board to do the heavy lifting for you. So SEO is super important. Similarly to cold email, similar to LinkedIn, it is more of a longer term play. But once you've got the ball rolling and you're getting momentum, it can generate a huge volume of leads and clients for you. So fifth and final is the pay-per-lead sites. So pay-per-lead sites, there are many options. Thumbtack is one, Bark is another. And really what these websites do is you can sign up for them as a provider, and you can say, I'm only looking for office cleaning jobs. I'm only looking for commercial cleaning jobs. And what they will do is that if a lead comes, they will try and find the new potential clients. And if a new potential client is interested and they are looking for cleaning companies to offer their services, then those pay-per-lead sites will sell you that lead for a certain amount of money, a fixed amount of money per lead. It could be $50. I've just pulled that number out of thin air, but you would buy that lead, and when you buy that lead, you get the person's name, you get the contact details, the phone number, the email address. And again, $50 pay-per-lead may seem really expensive for you, but in the commercial space, you need to think about it in terms of what the potential ROI is. What would an office cleaning company be worth to your business if that person converted? So it can definitely be it's definitely worth putting a bit of money to work in there and seeing what you get in terms of leads. But really what you want to do is, when you get that contact information, you want to get, try and get that person on the phone. Don't simply email them. You want to have a conversation, and you want to try to get in to see, to try and do like an on-site visit as well. So in exactly the same way as Google Ads, these people that are submitting these inquiries are often in a position to move sooner rather than later. So again, it can be a great way to get new potential commercial clients to start straight away. The downside for pay-per-lead is that lead will often get sold to multiple cleaning companies. So you can get into a position where you will have to price lower. But if you use a phone-based approach, if you try and sell the quality of what you do rather than the pricing, then you can still get some profitable clients using this channel. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. Quickly summarize: number one is cold email, number two, LinkedIn, number three, Google Ads, number four, SEO, and number five, pay-per-lead. So Google Ads and pay-per-lead are the ones to focus on if you want commercial clients relatively quickly. Cold email, LinkedIn, and SEO will take longer to get those clients, but once you get the ball moving, you can get a steady stream of new clients in this way. So I hope the video has been helpful. If you liked what I've talked about, please like the video, comment, subscribe. It really, really helps me, promote my channel. And if you've got any questions, just drop me a comment. Many thanks, and see you on the next one.